What if I could snap my fingers and guarantee that you would become anyone you wanted to be? An artist, an entrepreneur, a mechanic, or even a content creator. Would you take that deal? I think most people would, but there's one catch. For an unknown amount of time, you're going to suck. Nobody claps for your first attempt. Nobody celebrates your first terrible drawing, your first awful video, your first shaky podcast, your first failed business. Maybe that's why I never started. Maybe it'll take a week, maybe a month, maybe a year, maybe even 15 years. But eventually, you'll become great. Would you still take that deal? Or would knowing that you're gonna suck stop you from ever starting? Because if you're anything like me, that isn't a hypothetical. It's exactly what happened. I spent years wanting to become the kind of person I always imagined I'd be. Not because I couldn't start, because I didn't want to be bad at it. I didn't want to make something nobody wanted to watch. I didn't want people to judge me before I became good. So I convinced myself I needed more experience, more confidence, better equipment, more knowledge, more time. Looking back, those weren't reasons, they were excuses. Because time was never going to wait for me. It keeps moving whether I did anything with it or not. Eventually I realized something people had been telling me my whole life. You can be anything you want to be. For years, I thought it was just another motivational quote, and now I think it means something completely different. It doesn't mean you'll wake up tomorrow as the person you've always wanted to become. It means that every moment shapes who you become. Every decision, every commitment, every failure, every success, even your hesitation. Because choosing not to act is still a choice, and that choice shapes you too. I've realized something. The greatest obstacle to our own growth isn't what other people think about us, it's what we think about ourselves. The opinions of others can hurt, but the opinions we form about ourselves can quietly shape the rest of our lives. That's why this channel exists. Not because I figured it out, but because I'm done letting fear make my decisions. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to create a podcast, a YouTube channel, something, anything. I've always wanted a place to share the thoughts and ideas that have been in my head for years. The problem was that I didn't have any ideas. The problem was that I never gave myself permission to begin. Because beginning meant people could judge me. And the internet is probably one of the most exposing places on earth. You take your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, the things that matter most to you, and you willingly place them in front of complete strangers. And that's terrifying. But maybe that's exactly why I need to do it. Every video I upload is proof that fear doesn't get to decide who I become anymore. Maybe no one watches, maybe people laugh, maybe I fail, but failure is no longer what scares me. Looking back one day and realizing that I never tried, that scares me far more. Maybe someone out there has been telling themselves the same lies that I've been telling myself. I'll start tomorrow. I just need a little more time. I'm not ready yet. If that's you, I hope this channel reminds you of something I wish I had understood a long time ago. You don't become the person you want to be overnight. You become one decision at a time, one moment at a time, because every moment shapes who you become. This is the first entry in the Atlas Project.